Mass shooting in Pittsburgh is bringing back bad memories for two Bay Area sisters who survived the Holocaust. KPIX 5's John Ramos with their story.
The shootings in Pittsburgh have left a lot of people wondering, why would someone do something like this? But there's two sisters here in Vallejo who understand why, because they've been through it before. Does that remind you of the old days?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Beppie Lever and her sister Debbie Sessler were teenagers in a Jewish orphanage in Holland in 1942 when the Nazis sent them away to a series of concentration camps. They survived, eventually ending up in Auschwitz before being liberated by the Russian army. But they say there was no hatred of the Jews in Holland before Hitler's troops rolled in. Did he make the Dutch people hate Jews as well?
Yes, they were taught. They were teaching, they gave lectures and stuff, what the Jews has done here and what the Jews had done there. And people started hating.
The two sisters now teach young students about the Holocaust so the lessons of the past will not be forgotten. But that's why the murderous attack at the Jewish synagogue was so stunning to them.
We could not believe it. We said to each other, here we start all over again. We start all over again. This is the way it started.
Debbie says she doesn't believe President Trump meant for this to happen, but she says his tendency to blame small groups of people for the country's problems is setting them up to be scapegoats and making them targets for people filled with rage.
That's all they need, is somebody to convince them that those people are no good. And they believe them. And that's the way things start, you know.
Is that how it started back?
Sure, Hitler did it.
The sisters say they're glad this tragedy is being openly reported. They say they didn't know what Hitler was doing to Jews until it was too late. In Vallejo, John Ramos, KPIX 5.